Alright, so here's the story of threatened by a generation of miracles, basketball was on the brink of domination. Lost until the Phantom Six member stepped up and took up the fight. The hero's name was Tatsuya Kuroko. He and his team were later hailed as the champions of the Inter-High Basketball Cup, and their story became anime. Kagami's a red boy who plays high school ball. Coach Rico tests him and the other guys and some guy with light blue hair named Kuroko. Kagami hates Kuroko because he is small and weak, but it turns out that he is so good at minimizing his screen time that he essentially teleports to wherever the ball is. With Kuroko's godlike passing, Kagami breaks through the defense and uses his massive Lego shoes and meaty hamstrings to jump really high. Meaty hamstring. Kuroko then tells Kagami to essentially clap the cheeks of the Generation of Miracles by winning the Fall Ball Cup. Kagami becomes lit and Kuroko becomes dank, and they're friends now. Soon they find Kisei, one of the Generator of Miracles, and Kagami challenges them to a 1v1 final destination, no items, dunks only. Kisei has the ability to copy everything that Kagami did and clapped his cheeks. The team enters the Fall Ball Cup to fight their collective black father, who is very tall, and win by being blacker than their dad. Ouch, nigga. And then they go to fight a metaphorical wall, who specializes in being a wall. Team introduction time. Hyuga shoots threes when he clutches his cheeks. Izuki has a mini-map on his head. Renosuke defend good, and Shinji. They go fight another of the Generation of Miracles, Midoriya. Voiced by JoJo Part 3.
Oh, he also has aimbot. So that's his superpower. So, you know.
With the power of friendship, Midoriya's cheeks get clapped. Yare daze. Didn't even try. They meet a dog and call him Tetsuya too, since he has the same eyes as Kuroko. Loved by all and feared by Kagami, the team yoinks him from the streets to go fight another of the Generation of Miracles, Aomine, as well as the Generation of Miracles' former manager, Momoi, who has big boobs.
I mean some serious honkers. A real setup of donkers. Packing some Dobon honkeros. Massive Dahuga Banka Kurus. Big ol' Tonga.
Aomine can move fast, move stylishly, and he defies the rules of physics, while Mario literally has the download on every player, and Kagami and co. get clapped. New character and former teammate Kiyoshi returns to team due to plot, and Midoriya claps Kagami? And Midoriya claps Kagami's cheeks in a 1v1 to show him that he can't beat Aomine just by jumping higher. Midoriya does this because he is secretly a tsundere and wants to touch dicks with Kagami. Kisei fights Aomine in the finals and he starts winning with his fast, but then Kisei copies him and then also does the fast, but then Kisei runs out of fast and gets clapped. Dun, 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 dun. Kagami and Kuroko and Kermit the Frog go play Urban Ball, and then they meet Kagami's childhood friend, Tatsuya. He and Kagami were good friends, but then he tries to sever his bonds in the next game they ball in.
What are you talking about? I'm not Sasuke Uchiha from the Naruto series in disguise. Wow. That's when he transforms into Sasuke Uchiha from the Naruto.
They play ball, and another of the Generation of Miracles comes. My god, these names suck. Murasaki Bara. He's very tall. Kagami and Kuroko face off against the two, but then God starts peeing on the court and the match is stopped due to copious amounts of pee. Sonic learns how to quick step, and being the absolute Chad he is, uses it to body Mario in 1v1. The next patch comes and Kagami gets buffed. Hyuga reveals more of the basketball tier list, and turns out there's actually 5 uncrowned kings who also ball. They are just as good as the Generation of Miracles, but the community didn't recognize them as OP due to the current meta. Turns out Kiyoshi was one of the 5 uncrowned kings, who can hold ball for a long time before doing things with it. The Winter Ball Cup begins with Knuckles' team rematching against Midoriya, who wanted the salty run back. Kuroko uses his quick step, Kagami jumps a lot, and Midoriya turns on his aimbot. Game ends in a tie and no one's cheeks get clapped.
Okay, guys, at the top.
Hyuga reveals that the next team they faced was why Kyoshi was in the hospital, and Kagami's team goes on to fight Makoto from the Danganronpa series, one of the uncrowned kings, who tries to pwn Kyoshi during the game. He does his best to block but still takes chip damage. They get trapped in a spiderweb metaphor, but Kyoko and Hyuga destroy it and clap Makoto's cheeks.
Tid. Bull.
Kagami goes to USA and Coach Rico's dad trains the team. What happens next? Kagami's trainer, Alex, shows up with even bigger Bankangaga hoogs. Humongous Hugo Ponga. Soon they rematch Aomine. Kuroko passes faster. Hyuga learns the BLJ.
That's short for barrier long jump. If you catch my drift.
It makes sense. Okay, guys, it makes sense. Go on. Then Aomine enters Ultra Instinct, and Kagami counters by unlocking his Ultra Instinct, and they ball really fast for a bit until Aomine runs out of Ultra Instinct and turns back. He gets his cheeks clapped. Murasaki Bara and Tatsuya fight Kagami's team. Murasaki Bara is built different.
Damn, he really do be built different though.
Kyoshi grows crab claws to one-hand dunk. Kuroko turns off object collision for ball and shoots through hands. Murasaki Bara spins in the circles and dunks, and Kagami goes Ultra Instinct to counter it and uses fly hacks. Murasaki Bara ties his head and goes Ultra Instinct, but Kagami air dunks from across the court to clap his cheeks. Haizaki, a former Generations of Miracles player before he got mod banned by a team's captain, appears. He fights Kisei and turns out that Haizaki is an echo fighter of him, except he yoinks moves instead of copies them. Haizaki breaks Kisei's toes and starts winning, but Kisei starts using the skills of the Generation of Miracles and Haizaki's cheeks get clapped. But then Aomine comes and claps his cheeks IRL. Midorima fights the captain of the Generation of Miracles, Akashi. The game starts and Kotaro, one of the demigods, dribbles so hard he causes shockwaves.
Now imagine what that would do to your pussy.
Midorima watches Naruto and starts believing in his friends, and Akashi makes people sit down a lot. Midorima then realizes that he's not in Naruto, and gets his cheeks clapped. Kurumi and Kuroko start fighting Kisei. Kisei starts using the 5 god skills simultaneously, but gets booted to protect his toe. But he returns minutes before the end of the game and starts copying everyone's moves again. And he almost wins until Kuroko shoots an invisible ball and Kisei gets his ass clapped due to injured toe. I wrote ass instead of cheeks? Oh god, well there goes my monetization. If I had one. And then some backstory, because all animes have those for some reason. Kuroko and Aomine had actual friends that weren't part of the gods, but Kuroko was bad at ball. Akashi told him to get good, and he did. Simple as that. Ackerman soon becomes captain and his personality changes. The boys start to become too strong. They focus more on individual play than team play. Cash Money turns into a different person, and Eren and also Kuroko turn into gamers and absolutely body their friends, which causes Aomine to lose interest in ball altogether and Kuroko to question what victory is. Kuroko's friend gives his Hamon and his what? Is that a joke? The game starts and Kagami goes Ultra Instinct, breaking through Akashi's ability to look into the future, but not really because that was part of his plan. The Kotaro, the Pikachu Shockwave guy, dribbles harder, and Kuroko loses his ability to minimize his screen time because of his new moves and sits out. Chihiro comes on. He has Kuroko's passing and screen time skills, but has better stats. Another uncrowned king, Reo, can shoot 3 shots and fouls Hyuga epically. And another uncrowned king, Ikichi, is a total beefcake and uses his throng to defend. All hope seems lost until Kuroko comes back and forces Chihiro to increase his screen time so Kuroko regains his off-screen powers. How does he do it? He does it with this skill called Overwrite, which makes him invisible for some reason. Bro, Kuroko is OP. Kazumi steals the Shockwave God's ball and Shinji helps Hyuga realizes how to beat Ryo's shots. But then Akashi's enters Ultra Instinct and only he himself can start clapping cheeks. Because he denied everyone else to clap cheeks. So that he would have the full process of cheek clapping. He lost all hope in their ability to clap their cheeks and therefore begins to clap the cheeks by himself due to the fact that he doesn't believe in his other team because he doesn't believe in his team's ability to clap each other's cheeks, so therefore he believes in himself and therefore... But then Kagami comes up with Kuroko and blocks his charge and breaks Akashi both mentally and physically. But then he gets really bad at ball as a flashback starts. Akashi was perfect in everything, but then his mom died, causing him to develop a second personality of perfectionism. But then he talks with his other self, and he's like, nah, and became his old self again. That's the flashback. That's the whole flashback. In this form, Akashi adds a passive buff to his team, making them play better and give the ability to enter pseudo Alter Instinct. Everyone lends their energy, and Kagami enters the zone, but in coordination with his team. And they make plays just by looking at each other, and the court becomes mystical and Hyoga files real with his own move. He misses the 3-throw, but then Kyoshi rebounds and Kagami and Kuroto finish him off with the flashiest dunk of the series. Akashi's cheeks get clapped. Summer comes and the world's best ball team, Jabberwock, comes to Japan. They play urban ball with the graduates of Generation of Miracles and not only clap their cheeks, but absolutely style on them. Everyone was watching and they wanted the salty run back, so they teamed up together with Kagami and Coach Riko's dad and rematched them. Before the match, Kuroko confronts Jamba Juice. He meets his leader Nash and other relevant team member Jason. They talk, Nash lands a raw DP and the rest of the team comes to save Kuroko's BP for the fight ahead. The match soon begins in the God style and the Jabberwock with Aomine's speed, Akachi's passive buff, Midoriya's aimbot, Murasaki Bana's spinny dunks, and Kisei's all of the above. Then the second quarter begins and Jabberwock starts playing woke. Jason does a dunk so epically that it repeats 3 different times. And Akachi and Midoriya swap with Kagami and Kuroko to stop another epic dunk and Jason breaks a chair. Kisei faces Nash, who goes all out and King crimsons the ball to his teammates. Aomine and Kisei enter Ultra Instinct, basically turning into 2 Aomines because of Kisei transforming into Aomine. Kisei enters deeper into Ultra Instinct and completely bodies the whole team in a 1v6 and then switches with Midorima because we want everyone to be represented in this game. Akachi recovers from his dual personality and can now see into the future while still providing a passive buff. He blocks Nash's King Crimson ability to pass while saving on the animation budget and believes in his friends again. Nash activates his King Crimson Requiem and saw everyone's future while outplaying Akachi and makes him sit down. Murasaki Bara ties his hair and powers up, blocking Jason, but then he lands an unblockable which breaks his arm and switches with Kuroko. Kagami and Kuroko enter Ultra Instinct and the cheek clapping song, the main theme, starts playing, but then Nash breaks the boombox and enters his final form, playing like a normal dude but with no wasted movements. Essentially, fully optimized gamer guy. And Midorima turns on his aimbot to lead the score 90-91. Kuroko steals the ball from Nash and with one final move he passes to Kagami who dunks it for the win. Nash and Jason's cheeks get clapped. Kagami then goes to the NBA to play pro ball, but then he plays against the gods as a parting gift, but the animation budget ran out and only played the tip-off. Kagami has a final bromance scene with Kuroko and fist bump from 6 feet away. And that, my friends, is the story of Kuroko's basketball, really badly explained. So if you enjoyed, please like, comment, subscribe for more of whatever I do. I don't know what I do. I do a little bit of everything, alright? You can't expect an animation anytime soon, alright? Like, comment, share, subscribe. Yo, what's up, famous? What it do? Yo, what it do, Reckless Crew? We are back. Another episode. I'm reading off a script and failing horribly in it.